LeBron Cavaliers Pelicans more teams hit crisis mode early in 2025-26 season. We've officially reached the quarter mark of the NBA season. While plenty can still change over the next 50-plus games, teams and players can no longer dismiss troubling trends as small sample size theater. For fans of the following players and teams, it might even be time to consider pressing the panic button. All statistics and records are through Tuesday's play. Panic level 1, you really had us worried there for a minute. LeBron James. James, who will turn 41 on December 30th, looked so old through his first 6 games that it had his fans grappling with their own mortality. He seemed stiff, slow, and played way too upright. The stats backed it up too: 14 PPG and 4.3 RPG, with abysmal shooting splits of 41-26-55. On December 4th against Toronto, he failed to score 10-plus points for the first time in 1,297 games. Things were looking grim until the final possession of the Raptors game, when James passed up a chance to reach 10 points, and instead zipped the ball to Rui Hachimura in the corner for a buzzer-beating 3. He followed that performance with a vintage LeBron outing against the Philadelphia 76ers, hitting clutch shot after clutch shot in the fourth quarter. He finished with 29 points, 7 rebounds and 6 assists, capping the game with his signature silencer celebration. The shot-making against the Sixers was a reminder that this is still basically his preseason, as he spent the offseason recovering from the knee injury he suffered in the playoffs and missed all of training camp, plus the first 14 games with a back/nerve injury. His celebration suggested that he's starting to feel more like himself again. Panic level 2, we're starting to get a little worried. Cleveland Cavaliers. Last season the Cavaliers went 64-18 and had the best offense in the NBA. This season they are 14-11 and only have the 9th best scoring offense, 118.6 in the NBA. They're overly reliant on guard Donovan Mitchell, whose scoring has increased from 24 PPG to 30.5 PPG because of the struggles with his fellow All-Star teammates Darius Garland, injuries, and Evan Mobley, stagnated development. Big man Jarrett Allen has also missed 10 games as well. It's probably all going to be fine and they'll get rolling again once they all get healthy, but they're lucky they reside in the East, where they're in 7th place. Panic level 3, it doesn't get much more embarrassing than this New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans, 3-22, infamously traded an unprotected 2026 first-round pick to the Atlanta Hawks to move up from pick number 22 to number 13 in last summer's draft and select Derek Queen. From the start this looked like a potentially disastrous season for New Orleans if it missed the playoffs, but nobody expected the Pelicans to be tied with the Wizards for the fewest wins in the NBA. While Queen, 12.9 PPG, to his credit has been a stud, the negatives have outweighed the positives. The season is effectively over, and the Pels could be handing Atlanta a top 3 pick in one of the deepest draft classes in years. And if that weren't bad enough, Zion Williamson, 22.1 PPG, is injured yet again and likely has little to no trade value at this point. Things are ugly in the Big Easy. Panic level 4, we're watching a slow-motion car crash. Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks, 10-15, entered the season believing they had the proverbial puncher's chance in the East because they still had the best player in the conference. And while that part is true, Giannis Antetokounmpo is averaging 28.9 PPG, 10.1 RPG, and 6.1 APG on 63.9% shooting. The Bucks look like a play-in team at best, even with him on the court. Without him, they've been horrendous, 1-7. And now they're about to be without Giannis for most of the next month, as he recovers from a strained calf. We all know what talk inevitably follows situations like this: speculation about whether Giannis might eventually ask out. If that day comes, the Bucks will face the monumental task of rebuilding after the loss of a franchise icon, and they'll have to do so without control of their own first-round pick until 2031. Milwaukee fans might want to go into hibernation until then. Panic level 5, 5-alarm fire, Los Angeles Clippers. There must be a palpable sense of panic and embarrassment running through this organization as it simultaneously deals with a cascade of anxieties.